Take the risk, take the class, whatever that is. Why would you spend your life worrying about what somebody else is going to think, the what ifs? Some of the what ifs are going to happen, but what if you don't? So let's just start there with getting out of your own way and getting rid of your fears.
Hey everybody, we here live. This is Erik Robinson coming to you live. I got my special guest, India Brown from India Insurers.
Mm-hmm.
She's an agent extraordinaire, female dominator, business mogul, insurance guru, life insurance guru, and you're blazing the trail with women. I know
Blazing the trail.
Blazing the trail with women. She is the ultimate female entrepreneur. So y'all give it up. Type it in the chat. Give a round of applause for Miss India Brown.
Thank you, Erik. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be partnering with you. I'm looking forward to this.
I'm looking forward to this too. So, India, today we really just want to talk about business, entrepreneurship, who's India Brown, and what's going on in the landscape of insurance, life insurance particularly, annuities and investments, and business overall, especially being a woman of color. You know, let's start there.
Okay.
Women of color, everybody got certain different things. How do you define yourself? If you had to put a label, is it black, African American? What's the proper terminology that you feel comfortable using?
I'm a black woman. I mean, I'm from the urban community, if you will, the DMV, the Washington metropolitan area. I consider myself a black entrepreneur woman.
Okay, yep. So a black entrepreneur woman. So coming from somebody like you, mm-hmm. Educated, DMV, because the DMV is full of like we don't call them bougie.
No.
But high professionals. That's what.
Okay.
And so I can really respect the name that you know, black women, because some people say, hey, I'm black, I'm a woman of color, entrepreneur, you know, African American. Even that's not the topic for today.
No.
But you do a lot in the community for women in business. Why is it? What's your passion? What made you decide that, hey, you know what? I'm going after the women and really have a passion for the women?
It's kind of deep for me, and I don't want to sound cliche, but like I said, I was born in the urban communities, right, in the hood, if you will, and I lost my mom at a very early age. I was 16 when my mom passed, so I know what it feels like to have to live without your mom. I know what it feels like to lose a parent and have little to no coverage, and I know that stuck with me. And so when I became a mom, I knew instantly that I did not want my kids to experience what I went through. I wanted to make sure that, God forbid, if anything happens to me, they're going to be all right. You know what I mean? But then when I got older and I got my license, I'm like, you know what? I want to go back in my communities. I want to talk to women who look like me. I want to talk to mothers who look like me and help 10,000 families in our community understand the importance of legacy and generational wealth.
Yes.
A lot of people shy away from that conversation, but my mom passed away in 1990, and if she'd have spent $50 a month, let's just say 50. Okay. You and I both know that's probably $1 million or $500,000 in coverage, right?
Yeah.
I don't know a mother who wouldn't spend $50 a month to make sure that their family is okay. So I want to I'm going to change that narrative that life insurance is expensive and they can't afford it or they can't get it. Like something as small as $50 a month can be life changing. And so that's why I'm excited to be here with you. I'm excited to partner with you. I'm ready to make a difference in our community.
Wait, I'm excited. Y'all don't understand this. Like, first of all, let's rewind. Can we speak truth today?
Let's speak truth.
So you might see some blows coming. I might get slapped a couple of times. So I'm just gonna let it know. So let's speak truth. And you have been talking to me and my business partner Jock about the insurance industry, like way before I got involved.
Yep. Yes.
And what was our response though?
Y'all were doing your thing, and we've been friends forever, right? So I respect that, you know what I mean? But I kept dripping on you. I'm just happy that we're in the same space together because I know that when you do something, you bring it, you know what I mean? And Jock the same way. So I'm really excited to be partnered with two powerhouse men. But I've been nudging at y'all for a minute, to be honest.
Yeah, she's been telling us, she's like, Erik, y'all need to take a look at this. Y'all need your license. There's a lot of money involved in this. We can help a lot of people. Y'all out there helping people, but you can really impact some families' lives. And it just didn't sit. So the reason I'm saying that, because I know some people are watching this, and they may be me. Mm-hmm. They may be me 4 years ago. We're not rewinding the Alpine and going back in time. 4 years ago, I wouldn't be sitting here. But you was telling us this about maybe like 8, 9 years now.
Yeah.
So she's been dribbling on us for a long time. So that might be a business tip right there. Don't discount nobody.
Don't discount it. Don't discount it. Everybody needs it. You know what I mean? And then we're ready to make a difference. We're ready to make some waves in the industry. So I'm excited. I'm excited
to be part of it. So I survived. She didn't pop me. I don't know. That's maybe because we got an audience here. We on camera, right? But I really truly thank you, because here's the thing I want to talk about too. You know, having told somebody about it, then we get started. When we got started, we didn't come directly to you. And so, you know, sometimes people are like, hey, you know, you can feel a certain kind of way. And I just really want to tip my hat and applaud you on camera.
Thank you.
Because you still stay friends, you still stay telling us stuff, you still shared information. And then we finally partnered together. But you've been the ultimate professional business person through it all.
Thank you.
And you had every reason to, you know, to really call us out and call us some chumps. But you didn't.
No.
At least to us. She may say behind her.
I said the Jock.
She said the Jock. Okay, yeah. Hey, Jock, I think he probably told me, like, Erik, you know, India said, you know, you tell him, you come, Erik, you know what she said. I'm like, oh, dang, she's right though, right? But in making an impact though, in leading the charge, why do you find out that most people don't want to talk about it? In our community? Let's just be honest. Our community don't want to talk about insurance, life insurance. And I got my son now. He's 25 years old, and last night he's an agent. And last night he was talking to one of his friends. I say, son, you got to really talk to these folks. You know, he's got a young man who has a baby on the way. Just got a brand new baby, and he's talking to him, and he got a policy for his. You know, he was like, I want to make sure I'm protected. But it was a conversation that at first my son wasn't feeling comfortable talking to his peers who need it. Like, you know, they need it. Why do we not feel comfortable in our communities talking about this?
Oh my goodness, so many reasons. Taboo. People don't want to talk about death and life insurance. Right, let's get rid of that misconception. Right, it's called life insurance. It's for the living, right, and it's for those who are going to live. It's just so many myths within our community. You know what I mean? If I talk about it, I'm gonna pass away. Something's going to happen to me. All of those things. A lot of people think they can't afford it. A lot of people think they don't qualify. It's so many myths in our industry and community alone. It's crazy, but I'm looking forward to tackling them and educating the community, because it's definitely needed. You know what I mean? It's helpful for us, of course, but I'm saying as a whole, as a community, we got millions to put back into the community. We got some work to do.
We got some work to do, because you talked about that, and I'm a hit some of y'all Christian folks out there too. Because our community, you know, in the black community, we got a lot of folks. The church is a big influence, and some of the Christians feel like, if I don't want the power of the tongue is in the life and death is in the tongue, right? I hear it. It's in the scripture. So we don't want to talk about death insurance, life insurance, or die, because we think we're going to put it upon ourselves, right?
Right.
And some people don't want to, like you said, it's taboo. I'm going to jinx myself. You know, here's the deal. Throughout history, 100% of the people on this planet died.
100%.
Even Jesus Christ died. He came back to life again, but he still 100% died.
100%.
And I don't know anybody who said, I'm going to die one day, you know, that word made it happen, right? It's one of those predictions that you can kind of predict. You know, hey, you know, one day I'm going to die. And people's like, oh, well, he predicted his death. Well, everybody can predict that.
Everybody. 100%. I don't know anybody. And if somebody out there knows the secret, like, tell us. So I want to live forever too, I think. Yeah. But I want to live a long time. But if anybody knows the secret, please, tell me. Tell me. Right, 100%. It's definitely needed, for sure.
Yeah. So we got to get rid of that taboo. You know, we don't want to talk about it. So let's look at the flip side. What have you seen throughout time when people don't talk about it? And you talked about your own personal experiences. So maybe somebody might be saying, oh, that was just you, India. Unfortunate for you. We feel for you. That was just you. Have you seen other folks, other families impacted when death happens and they're not prepared?
Too many times that you can count. I mean, you're in this industry, so I know that you've heard stories too. I've lost one of my best friends, family members. We have stories. There's no shortage of stories. The heartbreaking part is when the family member comes to me and say, I've been meaning to talk to you. I had one young lady call me, Erik, true story. She called me and she was like, Miss Brown. I said, yes. She said, you don't know me, but I found your business card on my dad's table. I said, yes. She said, he passed away. I was calling to see if he had life insurance with you. And so I'm digging and I'm seeing it. And unfortunately, I had to tell this lady, I visited your dad at least 3 times. At least 3 times. And he never executed. And I had to let her know, I'm so sorry, my condolences, but we had the conversations, but I can't help you. So,
There's those conversations. And see, I got my own personal experience. My mom just passed away in January this year, and my father passed away in July. Ironically, my father was an insurance agent, but by the time during his second life, he retired from federal government, worked as the military, DC government, taught us really great things. I always tell people, don't cry for me. He was 90 years old when he passed, but he still had a mortgage on the house I grew up in. And I had family members who was living in that house. And so when he died, his retirement income went down to my mom, but then she passed away 6 months later. So now I got family members living in a house that still has a mortgage on it from 50 years later. And unfortunately, by the time my father got into life insurance industry, he was uninsurable. So he was at the age where he couldn't get insurance, and then my mom had a small insurance policy, because people don't know, when you get that government insurance, it goes down as you live longer.
75%. People don't know that. That's a good thing. So all our government workers, they got their good government job. I know that they know about it, but I'm not sure if they know the details of it.
I don't think they know.
Yeah, the moment that they retire or leave or quit, if they keep paying it, it drops. So let's say they have $100,000 in life insurance through the job, it drops 75%.
Wow.
So whatever premium they're paying on a biweekly basis, they now have $25,000 in coverage for that same premium. Right. And a lot of people in their government job after giving them 30, 40, 50 years. Yeah.
That right there is a nugget. That right there is worth tuning in. 75. See, people don't know that. And in the DMV, it's full of government employees, contractors. You think you're good because you got the nice job. I'm secure, 6-figure income policy. I'm a GS 45, whatever you are. But then when you leave, if you don't have any private insurance, it's gone.
It's gone. I got a real heartbreaking story. One of my good girlfriends, this girl would give me the shirt off her back, had a good government job too. And we had plenty of conversations about getting off the job insurance, plenty of them, but we never implemented. And I feel bad about this too, but she passed away suddenly and left behind an 8-year-old daughter. She had $50,000 on the job, and she had named her daughter the beneficiary. At the time her daughter was 8, so we both know what happened with that, right? That doesn't pay out to her until she becomes of age. So she essentially really didn't have anything in place for her daughter. Daughter ended up in foster care, a whole lot of different things. So it's really on us to educate our community and take a look at what they currently have, let them know if it's good, if it needs some, we need to upgrade it, we need to do something with it. But
that's big.
The government job, and she thought she was covered. And although she was, her daughter wasn't able to access that until she still is, as she's 17 now.
Wow. And so that's another thing, because a lot of times people's insurance is outdated. Like, I find people, I'm talking to them, I got insurance, like, who's your beneficiary? It's an old boyfriend, somebody you ain't even still dating. I've seen people who their parents were their beneficiary. Mom is now passed on, so your beneficiary is not even living.
Yeah.
It's like, we don't really take this part of money. And I'm getting loud because I'm upset, because the information wasn't really poured into me. And I love my parents. Both of them passed away. They taught me a lot of good things. Education. My mom graduated college in 1952, so she was educated when people wasn't going to school, right? I grew up a grandchild of a sharecropper. So we moved off the farm from North Carolina, moved on up to D.C., and we done some great things. But this information wasn't taught and wasn't forced on me the same way they told me I gotta get American history, the same way they told me I need to learn about the European War, the same way I need to learn every other thing about George Washington chopping down a cherry tree.
Yeah.
Nobody told me forcing me about financial literacy.
It's not taught in our families, unfortunately. I will say that I was blessed. My father was a cab driver. He used to be a life insurance agent, but in his later years, he drove a cab, and we would drive together. We would go out hacking, what we call it. So we had a lot of conversations, but he would always tell me, drop little gems like, India, you need to take a look at this industry. It's an industry that's never going anywhere, number one.
Ain't going nowhere.
Right, ain't going nowhere. And so he was dropping, and I'm like, Daddy, I ain't want to hear. But when I got older and I had to take care of my dad, and flexibility and being able to, a 9-to-5 wasn't suitable for me at the time, because my father lived with me. And I took a look at this industry, and it allowed me the flexibility, allowed me the freedom to be able to care for my dad, take care of my children, and still be able to provide for my family. So I'm glad that I had a dad who kind of dropped those nuggets on me as well. But we don't all
get it,
yeah.
And I tell you, and my father told me, so God rest his soul, he did tell me. But about when he became an agent, Erik, you should look at it. And now it just went right on my head. Because all my boys was doing everything else, and I was in the car industry, I was making money, life was good. And then, you start realizing there comes a point in time that, you're not prepared, and you don't really know you're not prepared if you don't start thinking about it. I was talking to somebody, and they're in the education system. They just found they don't even know what their retirement plan looks like. What's your retirement plan like? I don't know. Why? Because I got a little ways to go. Well, how long you been there? I've been there for 20 years. I still got another 10 years left. Well, you've been someplace 10, 20 years, and you don't know what you don't know what the end goal looks like. Do you want to retire one day? Yeah, I can retire. But you don't know what that looks like financially. So it's so many pieces, India. So we've gone a long ways. But how can he talk? How can he reach you, though? 'Cause I know right now people are like, okay, y'all dropping some golden nuggets, but how can I get you? We're going to do one of those, look up here. And
look up there. All right.
Yeah, all right.
So I'm India Insurers everywhere. I'm India Insurers on all social media platforms, Facebook, but LinkedIn, TikTok, Instagram. My website is www.indiainsurers.com. That's where you can find me.
India Insurers.
Yep.
All right, I love it. You can find me on Erik and Meri on our YouTube channel, Erik and Meri, ErikandDr.Meri, ErikandDr.Meri, or Erik and Meri. Just Google Erik and Meri, you'll find us. So we're going to put that information right there around the bottom. Look down here. I always want to be one of the people say, look right here. So we're going to get our IT person to put it there. So, but India, we're on a crusade right now.
Yeah.
Earlier, you was talking, I said, Erik, the industry is shaking up. There's a shakeup in the insurance industry from the agent side. Yeah. So some of y'all going to be watching your agents. The industry is shaking up. You told me something. You was like, Erik, we got to really take this thing serious because we got an opportunity right now that most people would love to have.
Yeah.
Talk about that because we just partnered together and making a move in the agency space. So if you're looking, we got something for you. Hit us back up.
We got something
But talk to me about that. What's going on?
So, like you said, I'm glad we got back together, right? Because you're putting me in a space where I can actually live my dream. When I first got licensed, believe it or not, I wrote a business plan. Right? I was taking this thing serious. I wrote a business plan of all the things that I wanted to do within this industry. But one of the things that I wanted to do was build an agency of black women, and nothing against men. White men, black men, none of that, right? This my goal. I wanted to build an agency of black women, and you put me in position to be able to do that. So right here, next month on the 11th, we're hosting our first class for anybody out there who is not licensed, interested in getting licensed. We're hosting a one-day class, April the 11th. You can come in and take the course. That course will equip you to be able to take the state exam. You pass the state exam, you can get licensed. We welcome you to be a part of our team, join us in this industry, and make some waves. For those that are already licensed who are looking for another opportunity, because it is a mess out there right now.
Yes.
We're sitting on a really remarkable golden opportunity right now, and we're looking to build our agency, to build our team, and to make a difference, not just in the DMV, but throughout the United States. So if you're watching this wherever you are, hit us up.
Hit us up. And I'm going to let y'all know. 3 years ago, we partnered with myself, my business partner, my wife, Dr. Meri, partnered with a company coming out of Canada, Experience Financial Group. India looked at it, but we wasn't ready yet, right? I'll just be honest with you. We wasn't ready yet when we talked to you. Me and my business partner, because we were new to the industry. We were saying all kinds of stuff. India was looking at us like, oh, these jokers. All right, when y'all get a little more season on you, come back and see me. So then we got some season. We got multiple six-figure earners. We're doing a whole lot of things. And we're like, India, we need you. And India, you was like, come on, let's go. And so you got a lot of powerful people who are connected. But I don't know when y'all going to be watching this video. If you watch this video before March 22nd, 23rd, we got the CEO and the owner of the company. We're doing a big conference at the in the BWI area, the Baltimore BWI airport area. I won't tell you the hotel. Reach out to India. Reach out to myself. Say I want to attend. It's a 2-day event, Friday, Saturday, 9 to 5. You can come in, especially if you're licensed or unlicensed. We got some of the providers going to be there, right? We're going to be talking about group health. We got multi-million-dollar earners who are going to be there. Owners, CEOs, companies are coming down. And so we give you a 2-day training event. If you see this video and reach out to me or India, it's a cost to it, but India, we may do something special for the people who watch this. Is that okay?
Let's do something special. I'm excited. I'm really excited. I got about 15 women thus far registered to take the course. We want to fill the room with at least 25 women. So if you're out there and you've been thinking about it, you've been on the fence about it, you want to get your license, we have the what do we call it? The course providers, the instructors that we're working with, and we can help you get licensed. But for those who are licensed, come on out and join us too.
Come on out. And India, I know we getting close to the end. Are we close to the end? I don't know. What the people saying? Type in the chat if we're close to the end, right? I always see. I get over here. Y'all ain't gonna have me come back again. I don't want to get fired. The producers showing me some signs. But anyway, so what I was saying? I was saying something. I was going to say something real good too. Phenomenal. Mm-hmm. I was going to say something phenomenal. The class. That's what I'm going to talk about. The class. That's big because you are putting together a class and helping people get their license in person, right here in the DMV area. What was it about that? Because I'm telling you, people, they don't do that nowadays. I've seen a lot of agencies like, nobody, they say, hey, Eric, here's a go online. We get a discount code. You're going to do it yourself. Why did you want to put together this class to really give people the blueprint and help them get their license, get through to the next level?
Because I got serious about it. Again, like you said, that online course at your own pace, that's kind of, life be life. And then people get to it when they get to it, right? And some people lose interest in all of it. I know when I got licensed, I said in a 2-day course. That's how the type of student I am. So I kind of put myself in that position. Like, all right, and if you say you really want to build a team, you might have to get a little bit more oomph to it, right? And so I went on the search for some instructors, right? It took me about 6 months to find a school, to find an instructor that wanted to work with me, understood what we were trying to do here. So they're sending the instructor out. And so gone are the days when you have to just study online at your own pace. I got some agents who did that. Okay. It took them 6 months, 2 months, 3 months. Everybody, moved at their own pace. Yeah. This is a course where you can come in, sit down, get what you need. They're pretty much going to make sure that you have everything you need to pass that test.
What?
You go get licensed so you can actually take the exam, take the state exam, and get licensed all in the same week.
Oh my goodness.
And we have a system in place where we're bringing in new agents. We're helping them make at least $100,000 in their first year.
$100,000 your first year. Come on now. Where can they do that? Where do they do that at? Like really? Now that's the no cap. Right. Like you know what I mean? Like they don't do that anywhere. So I'm telling you, if you stuck around this long, you need to connect with India. India Insures on all the platform. Yep. Right? You're gonna see the name right there. You need to connect with her because she's doing some phenomenal things. India, that's like major. Like somebody listening to her, watching it, y'all don't understand. She's giving you the blueprint. Like I have almost 300 licensed agents at our agency. We didn't do that. We used to do some things online, and we did study groups, and that helped us in the beginning. But you went out. I don't really want to understand what you just did. You went out, found the instructors for your team, and said, hey, let me get a place. Let me bring the person in. So you took away all the excuses for somebody. If y'all understood. Google this. What industry is most likely to make you a millionaire? Don't listen to me. Just go Google. If you stuck around this long, I need y'all to Google that. What industry is most likely to make you a millionaire? And see what you come up with.
I already know.
I already know too.
I already know.
Financial services. See, people don't understand what this insurance and financial services industry is all about. My son has some friends who are professional athletes, right? Because he played college sports, so he got some professional athletes. And I talked to some of them in college and some of the pros. Say, hey, listen, what's the name of the Philadelphia Eagles stadium? They're like, I don't know. Let me think. Lincoln Financial. Okay. What's the name of this stadium for the New York Giants? MetLife. MetLife Insurance. What's the name of this Baltimore Ravens stadium? M&T State, like, oh, that's the bank. All these financial services companies, State Farm State, and they're like, oh, wow, Eric, you know what, Mr. Robinson? I'm seeing it now. We get a chance to go to Wall Street. One of our providers is taking us to Wall Street through Quantum, taking about 30 of us, putting us up there for 2 days, and they're taking us to the Sacramento King games and the Brooklyn Nets.
Nice.
But it's being played at, guess where? The Barclays Center.
Oh.
Barclays is another financial services company. Mm-hmm. And so they're going to take us and train us up there. But just want to let you understand, connect with India. Yes. Get with us. India, it's been a blast.
It's been fun. It's been fun. Really fun. Yeah.
Hasn't really been, because sometimes, y'all understand, I'm a little scared of India, though, because India be like, she be doing it. Like, you tell India something, you got to do it. Like, I think that's how I roll anyway. And it kind of reminds me of my wife, Mary. She's Dr. Meri. Tell her something, it's like on. But when it comes to this insurance, like, what are you drinking out of?
I'm always drinking.
Like literally, y'all don't understand. You know how they, and come to America and say, baby, he got his own money. Can I see this? Like, woo. Like, she got a real cup with her own picture. How many of y'all got your own cup with your own picture? If you've seen her outfit, she is Indian insurance down from the hat to the clothes to her shoes.
Yep.
Her shoe, everything matches. It's that blue. How did you choose the blue, though?
Well, it's a beautiful color, number one. I actually really do love it. If you ever come to my home, you'll see I really do love it. But it spoke to me, and I just wanted to be into something that made me feel good, made me happy. And it's just been sticking. It's been working, but I love it.
That's a business tip. So before we go, India, give us, you've been an entrepreneur for a long time.
Yep.
Working, doing things. To the young entrepreneur, somebody who's trying to make their way, somebody who's trying to get started in business, what advice would you give them? What do you see some of the pitfalls that they don't even know is going to happen in their life? What could you help them avoid?
One thing I would say is, first, it starts with belief. Like, if you don't believe you can do it, you can't, right? You have to believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Like, I believe in me, right? Always. Number two, get out of your own way. Sometimes you just got to just do it. Like Nike says, sometimes you just got to just do it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Take the risk. Take the class, whatever that is. Why would you spend your life worrying about what somebody else is going to think, the what ifs? Some of the what ifs are going to happen, but what if you don't? So let's just start there with getting out of your own way and getting rid of your fears. You got this. You're meant to do whatever it is that your heart desires. So if you have a dream to be in the financial industry, we just made it easier for you, right?
Yep.
Come join us. Whatever your dream is, whatever your goal is, do it. Believe in yourself.
You know, on that note, I'm going to drop the mic. This is Erik Robinson. Coming to you live. Check us out on the Erik and Meri Show on our YouTube channel. We also got our business called the CEO Prep Academy, where we prepare entrepreneurs how to transition from being an employee to entrepreneur. 'Cause that's a big thing. So that's what we focus on. Our company is focused on transitioning entrepreneurs, employees to becoming entrepreneurs. Because I got a slogan, India. My motto is, you know, if you don't learn how to acquire clients for your business, you'll find yourself end up having to beg somebody for a job.
You're not in business.
You're not in business. So either you better find a way to attract clients to your business, or you will be begging somebody to work for their business. Ladies and gentlemen, we gave you the nuggets. We gave it to you. Tune in for our next episode. I'm going to see if I can get India back. Type in the chat if I can get India back. Y'all want her back? Let us know if you want her back again.
I'll be back.
Hey, y'all need to let me know if y'all want me back. Love y'all. I'm out.